Good morning, Clark Road. My name is Samir Fees,
And I'm Brendan.
and these are your announcements for Thursday, February 9th.
This week, we here at the Trojan News Network, in honor of Black History Month, will be sharing with you some stories of notable Black Canadians who have helped shape Canadian heritage and identity. Today, we spotlight Viola Desmond.
Viola Irene Desmond was a businesswoman and a civil rights activist who built a career as well as a business as a beautician. Throughout her life, she was a mentor to young Black women in Nova Scotia through her Desmond School of Beauty Culture. Viola Desmond became a well-known figure across Canada when in 1946, she challenged racial discrimination by refusing to leave the segregated whites-only section of the Roseland Theatre in New Glasgow, Nova Scotia.
These actions led Viola Desmond to be arrested and jailed overnight, and was later convicted without legal representation for an obscure tax offense as a result.
Despite the efforts of the Nova Scotian Black community to assist her appeal, Viola Desmond was unable to remove the charges against her and went unpardoned in her lifetime. Desmond's courageous refusal to accept an act of racial discrimination provided inspiration to later generations of Black persons in Nova Scotia and throughout the rest of Canada.
It was not until 2010 that Desmond was issued a free pardon by the then Lieutenant Governor, Mayanne Francis, and later in December of 2016, the Bank of Canada announced that Viola Desmond would become the first Canadian woman to be featured by herself on the face of a banknote. The $10 note released on 19th November 2018. Shortly thereafter, in 2018, Viola Desmond would be named a National Historic Person by the Canadian government.
Viola Desmond is a compelling example of someone who showed the world that it does not matter what your background might be or where you come from. You can still challenge and overcome the barriers that confront you and change the world around you.
Stay tuned for more stories this week that spotlight Black Canadians who have helped shape Canadian heritage and identity. And now for some school news.
This is your kindly reminder that all music ensembles resume this week. Members of concert band, crossroads, and guitar ensembles will follow the same schedule as first semester.
New this semester are jazz clubs happening Fridays at lunch in room 151 and show band happening after school Fridays in room 151. A shout out to everyone who attended the choir's first rehearsal yesterday. It was a hit. If you like to sing and missed the chance to come out, make sure you make your way over next week, Wednesday at lunch. If you like to sing, then choir is indeed the place for you.
On a side note, everyone who is involved in ensemble practices, you can find the schedule posted in the music rooms. If you still find yourself with questions, please see Mr. Kennedy or Mr. Verancic for some answers.
Trojans, don't forget semi-formal tickets continue to be sold today outside of the cafeteria at lunch. This is the first time we've been able to open the school to a semi-formal since 2019. With the date soon approaching, make sure you don't miss out. Grab your tickets today.
Before we close out on school news, we want to remind the school that the music department will be hosting another coffee house this month. For those interested, the sign-up sheet for February's coffee house is posted outside of room 153.
If you'd like to take part in the performance happening at the end of the month, please make your way over to room 153 and sign up for a spot. If you have any questions surrounding the performances of the schedule, please reach out to Mr. Kennedy for more info.
And finally, in school news, Trojans, have you finalized your course selections for next year? Are you considering taking one of our many tech courses but are uncertain which to commit to?
Well, you should know that if you fail to enter your course selections before February 14th, your courses will be auto-selected for you. That means you very well could end up in trigonometry instead of autobody. If you are still unsure about how to select your courses, please reach out to one of your teachers for help.
And now for some school sports. In wrestling action, Wednesday, the Trojans had a tremendous playoff dual meet to conclude the regular season. In what turned out to be an exciting afternoon, the Clark Road Wrestlers defeated Westminster 17-14, Medway 23-21, and Central 28-21.
The coaches are pleased with the improvements and fearlessness demonstrated by the entire team and look forward to the conference finals next weekend.
The team and coaches send a tremendous thank you to all the members of the basketball team that came to support us. Your support was fantastic. Winning for Clark Road were Tim Schwick, Delson Solomon, Curtis Smith, Alex Hills, Brody Leard, Juliana Crafer, Caleb Baxter, Bladen Morgan, and Matthew Best. And 2 wins for both Elizabeth McDonald and Lepri Mu.
Scoring team points were Caitlin Gale, Jermaine Okipoisa, Tyson Anderson, Jeremy Best, Ethan Goddard, Dominic Daniels, Ben Priestley, Cameron Merciel, and Jeremy Best.
All wrestlers are reminded that there is a short practice today after school. Congratulations to the senior girls volleyball team with their resilient play yesterday against a strong South team. Everyone played their hearts out and never gave up. We were also able to take the second set from South quite handily.
Despite the loss, the team is looking forward to preparing to meet again next week in the finals. Way to go, team. Roll Trojans.
A big congrats goes out to the Clark Road swim team for their results at the TVRA swimming championships yesterday at the Canada Games Centre. Marin Brown, Evan McClintock, and Gracie Tuttle all swam personal best times for the season. Well done.
As well as a shout out goes to Cassidy Spirian, who has qualified to swim next week at the WOSA Championship. Awesome work.
Not to be forgotten, our varsity girls hockey team travels to Medway Community Center to take on Banting today at 3:30 p.m. Good luck, ladies.
And now a look ahead at clubs today. The GSA will meet briefly today in room 116 for a few announcements, Trojans. If you are interested in joining the GSA this year, we would be happy to welcome new members. We are beginning to brainstorm preliminary ideas for this year's Pride Fest in June. We would love your input on how we can make this year's event even better than the last. All are welcome, and we hope to see you in room 116.
Student council members will meet today at lunch to discuss and work on important semi-related items. Council members, please bring your lunch and prepare to stay the entire lunch hour. On that note, semi-tickets continue to be sold today outside of the cafeteria at lunch. The date is approaching soon. Trojans, buy your tickets.
The Student Athletic Association will be meeting in room 110 today at lunch as well. A sincere thank you for all you do. And Trojans, who are musically inclined, don't forget, there are rehearsal for concert bands at 11 a.m. today at the Guitar Ensemble meets at 2:30. Have fun. Sorry.
And those are your announcements for Thursday, February 9th, Trojans. Take care.